Coach.
Man, Val the voice. What's good?
The weather is moody. Like that house track. Feeling moody, yeah, yeah. Remember that house track?
Yeah. But hey, if it was feeling
Mhm.
like that, you have a lot of people liking the weather. See what I'm saying? That's the difference.
No, it was 72 degrees on Saturday. Then it started to drop on Sunday. Actually, it just dropped down to a brick on Sunday. Then it lied and said it got up to 50 degrees, but it still
It's a
felt
lie.
like 30. It lied. So I'm just trying to understand what's really going on. But it's spring.
I feel
Things
you. We did the same thing. 86 degrees on Sunday, 80, a nice cool 86 degrees. And then it dropped down Monday to like 61, 60. Then it bounced back today at about 67. So it's still a little chilly.
Yeah. So
It's just
I don't deal well with chill, and our chill is worse than the chill that you guys have in Nashville. I think,
oh,
ladies and gentlemen, Coach Tony said, "Oh, 61, it's cold." I kept going, "You need to be quiet."
yeah. And she was giving me the vote. She was giving me the left elbow, like, what did you just say? 61 is chilly. I'm like,
That
look,
is
Val,
not chilly.
I
That
told
is
Val
not
she got a
chilly.
hoodie on today. She said, a hoodie on at 61. Boy, boy.
We're not doing that. We are not doing that. That's all I know. But right now, it is Interludes Extra presents Talk on Tuesdays. It's me. It's your boy, Coach Tony, and we're getting ready to get started right about now. We are back and in the building. I don't know why. I don't know what happened here. I see
I,
Mr. Stringer. I don't know what happened.
it's live. It's live. That's what it's live.
A DJ saved my life. It is the book, the personal memoir that lets everyone know how being a virtual DJ and a podcaster during the pandemic saved my natural black life.
Man, what she want to say something else, but she gonna just use that for right now.
Please go scan the QR code and go ahead and grab and pick that up and support the platform as I always ask. And of course, patreon.com/interludes. That is where we have our backstage things that happen. And of course, the Purple Robe Diaries. I might have to get a lighter purple robe because it's getting warm, but not quite yet, Coach. It's still chilly.
Right. But I let everybody know I didn't approve of no freaking purple robe. But I'm gonna let her wear the purple robe. We know that we keep it crimson and cream, but that's okay. We'll let her
I
keep it.
am I am royalty. I am royalty, so I go with purple. But I have no affiliation with any sorority or any other affiliation, so I'm real happy with that. If you are a business or you have a book or you have something you want to advertise, our affiliate sponsor, it is Key Spot. Come this Thursday, March 26th, and join us for the virtual Key Spot Business Networking Overview session. She keeps it, Coach, 1 hour.
1
She
hour.
wraps it up 1 hour. You get
Ain't
to
gonna
talking
know
to people.
Get up in there. You lose to talking, you lose your minutes.
Make sure that you go to keyspot.com, keyspot app.com/free to get more information, or you can scan the QR code to the Eventbrite space and you can just register. Tell them Interlude sent you so you guys can do your thing. And of course, Coach Tony, happy to see you are on Instagram right now. We're streaming on Instagram. Hey, everyone.
Man, what's up, everybody on the IGZ? Keep me Frese. We always talk about it. Yeah, keep looking at Coach T sitting out there with the Pull Up Podcast. Keep pulling up on me because the show is going through the roof. And if you got a guest, you got something interesting to talk about, get at your boy. I told Val that this year I'm going to introduce a Diamonds on the Rough, one segment throughout the month, talking to the young folk, Val. Talking to the young folk people don't know about. So holler at your boy on IG at the Pull Up Podcast Show.
That's what I'm talking about. And of course, I am on IG as well. It's Interludes_podcast and Val the Voice Johnson. You guys can go ahead and scan the QR code and follow me in both places. I'm doing the same thing. The Val the Voice Johnson, that IG has been around for a minute. And Coach Tony, I've updated your pic. You look good. You look good here, don't you?
That boy right there. Man. That boy do good. That boy good.
That boy look good. Yeah, he look good. I know he do. Yeah. Hopefully I got y'all giggling. It's Women's History Month, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more Tuesday in Women's History Month, and I wanted to make sure that I highlighted someone that has been making history in film. That's Ava DuVernay, and that's one of my favorite filmmakers. Okay. She has been producing films since I want to say 2010, 2011, but some of her most famous works that she's done, Selma, Origin, When They See Us, that was, I think.
Love When They See Us.
You remember When They See Us, right? Remember that one?
Loved it.
Yeah, and the documentary on the 13th Amendment and Disney's A Wrinkle in Time, the story behind that, Coach, was that she was editing and cutting that film right next door to Ryan Coogler, who was cutting and editing Black Panther, the first one.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've admired her work for a very, very long time, and she has been. I feel. Oh, she also was a producer of Queen Sugar. Remember that?
I remember Queen Sugar. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was a dope. That was a dope show. I love that show.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yeah, so she was the main showrunner for that. So we are honoring Ava DuVernay for Women's History Month in filmmaking because, we just came out of the awards season. She was looking real gorgeous at the awards. I think she premiered her new boo. So I said, go on, girl, premiere your new boo. Work it out.
Hey, in other words, do what you do.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But yesterday, we had Carolyn Moos-Hardin on, Coach.
Girl,
this was really a good situation we had, right?
Hey, Carolyn, and I know she probably listened with the baby sitting right next to her. A couple of my boys thought that they can play. I said, man, my girl will post you up. And matter of fact, y'all ass so small, she turned around and put an elbow on your head because she's 6'5". So when she turned around, she ain't scared until she played. I know. So she played me one-on-one. Hey, I'm a good one-on-one, especially when I'm in the garbage can. You got the indoor with the Nerf ball. Man, what? I'm gonna put you on that. I'm telling you right now, don't mess with Coach Tony with that. But Val, great interview. I had so many people that reached out to me, and Carolyn just talked about just true life. So if those who did not get an opportunity to see that podcast last night, please go back on the Pull Up Podcast Show and put in Carolyn Moos-Hardin and watch that show. She just talked about real stuff about growing up, being basically a tomboy, and being in the books, and what the tomboy got her. It got her competitive. It got her to the next level. Got her on Team USA with dealing with that, and then got her into college, and then on to the WNBA. And it was just great to see someone who had reached full potential. Because some people are good in middle school, Val. You and I know that, and they never make the high school team.
I know.
Other people are good in high school, never get to college. She done all of them, you know.
And now the good thing is that she is an advocate for women who are
yes,
who are having their children a little bit later, but then she's like a yoga and fitness expert,
nutritionist.
And nutritionist. So it's about what you're putting in your body and all the rest of that type of stuff. So it was good doing the research. This was one of the few shows that we pre-recorded, so we appreciate you guys pulling up when we were in the chat, just having a good old time with the chat. So yeah,
and just today I got the impressions and all that just from the people just on LinkedIn, close to 3,000. So I appreciate you. Just keep pushing, you know, the show again. As Val keep telling you, to pull a podcast show. We coming into your front room in a minute. We'll be sitting in your rocker chair right next to you doing an interview.
We don't want that happening. But of course, I wanted to premiere this just for Coach Tony, and I would love your opinion on this promo. Check it out. Aired NBA on NBC shows. I'm gonna tune in to hear that, because if I, in my mind, if I got a pair of Jordans, or
you do get a pair of Jordans. I got a pair of Jordans.
Exactly. I want to hear the person I've idolized in my childhood or I've heard about, and hear what he thinks about the sport. So this is very exciting to know that he is coming to it. But one thing I was thinking, I said, man, I am excited, because I haven't really been excited for who's got me excited about basketball recently has been the wins. And I don't know.
Your boy, Coach Tony got you excited about basketball. Everything else is secondary.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. I guess we need to wrap up the quarter.
We're gonna wrap this quarter up. Me and Val out here wilding out.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Pull up. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast. It's the Pull Up Podcast.
Man, that's what we do. We act a fool. That's what I told you. Pull up on us on Monday, man. We ain't trying to be all serious. Nah, not at all. You know, Carolyn, it was funny you said that, Val, because to me, I was probably more nervous getting ready to interview her, because we've been good friends for well over a decade or more. And she was like, Coach, I am so nervous. I'm like, what you doing nervous? You know, and she was telling you and I. And but it was just so cool. And I said, no, we're going to lay back and just have a conversation. So just like in that piece, Val just dropped that trailer. Man, get with us. We just have a lot of good times. A lot of people that come on. Just want to laugh. Just want to make the people. We just got to give the people what they need, Val. Give them what they need.
Give them what they want.
Give them what
gotta give the people what they want. Gotta give them what they need.
Give the people what they want.
Well, talking about people giving folks what they need and what they want, I want to say back in late fall, maybe early winter, me and you, we announced the New Edition tour with Boyz II Men and Tony Braxton. That tour has been going very, very well. I hate that I missed them when they came here to Chicago, but they came in the middle of the week while I was producing the show. So I was like, I got to see them. And then they were in Brooklyn, and those tickets were like $300 higher than they would have been here in Chicago.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. And then just left Nashville, and unfortunately for those that don't know, Bobby Brown's brother passed away Sunday, a day after the show that they just appeared here in Nashville. So, I had to go off to Bobby and the guys, and I'm sure they toured Nashville, loved it. I've got a lot of people that said it was one of the best shows that they had ever seen in a long time. And, Val, you'll probably agree with me. And I got a question for you on the entertainment side. Is this a true meaning of R&B and hip hop is truly in a dying stage. Because if you look at it, and we're going to discuss another group tonight, I'm not going to give up who we're going to talk about, but are the old 80, 90 groups saving music right now? I want to know from your opinion.
You know what? Here's the thing. I feel like that could be, and we could ask definitely the audience to weigh in on that as well. And okay, somebody got a chance to check it out. Sheila's on. Hey, Tony and Val. And she saw it. She said it was awesome. She saw the new edition, Boyz II Men and Tony Braxton. It was 9 Kings and a Queen. That's how they
9 Kings and a Queen. They said it was all this, because I was so glad, because it was so, like, early on when you and I covered this a while back. Remember they were talking about how bad Tony Braxton was dancing and whatever. I never heard that. The people that were natural, like, man, this show was ridiculous, and they did it in such a different way. Like, you go to the old school concert. Well, I'm sorry, the new school concerts. You perform, Val. I'm the main. I perform. People get out of there. They said this show was totally different. They, because you got to remember, everything with this tour started out of New Edition, except for Tony Braxton, and they said everybody got their own little piece. So you had New Edition, you had BBD, you had Ralph Tresvant, you had Bobby, you had Ron DeVoe, you had Bobby came and did his thing. Then you had Tony, and you had Boyz II Men. So it was crazy. And everybody I heard said it was just one of the best shows, and the production was one of the best productions that they've seen.
Yeah, this is a snippet Tony posted on her Facebook. This is Atlanta.
She should have brought me up on stage. She could have seen right.
She's not gonna bring you on stage. Oh, you.
Man, if I'd have been in the house, he'd be like, Coach Tony, come on up here. Man, anybody got to bring you on stage? Get it to me. I'm gonna get on the show, man. She'd have brought me up on the stage, Val. I'd have been up there like a bird eating worm.
Yeah, and of course, New Edition.
Oh yeah, the boys' New Edition, man. Come on, hit me off.
Look at the shiny pants.
Man, what? They still got the moves, man. Look at this.
Yeah, that's right. Sing it now.
You got it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
you gonna do all that. You better pull up that Bobby there. You better find Bobby, the mopper. Bobby. My boy said,
well, ever so often he would break off into a dance move, and then I would be like,
that's what my boy said.
Okay, is he all right?
Now, then my boy said he pulled up in Nashville and pulled up, and the crowd went ridiculous. The crowd was crazier for Bobby than anybody, and he broke out with. And he broke out in the dance and all that. I was like, okay, go on, Bobby. Lost a little weight and all that.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Yeah, so like I said, it has been. This is what's been happening, is that I feel like definitely the old school, and I don't like saying old school, but like the mature.
Old school. It's old school. Hell with the mature. Old school saving this joint around here. Val, these new school, they need to learn.
So I think people are going to learn from these three. TLC, Salt-N-Pepa with En Vogue.
Let me tell you something.
It's the iconic, the tour.
The iconic tour
with
Coach Tony, because I'm putting up on stage. I swear. I'm going to get kicked out somewhere, but I'm going to figure out a way. If I got to get some credentials from media and get back to, hey, girl, what's up? What's going on? Come in, holler at your boy.
I'm going to need you to not get kicked out. I'm going to need you to not get kicked off the stage and then kicked out of the concert. There's no, I know. I need you to control yourself. It's going to be all right. So TLC, who
Miss Left
is,
Eye, it's your baby.
we definitely miss her, of course. And then of course we have who just got Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Yes.
This is Salt-N-Pepa, and they made up with Spinderella. I'm so happy.
I'm so glad. Val, let me tell you something. And Spinderella, I've been Spinderella, you better listen to the show, pull up on me. I ain't playing. I've been listening to Spinderella. I think I sent you one, Val. Spinderella been killing it on the turntable too. She's been doing like these 10-minute skits that she's been scratched. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all, man, what?
Yeah. So I'm grateful that they now here's the thing, Coach, they are still fighting for their masters. So
Wow,
I think
crazy.
what they're gonna do is get on tour and make sure that their masters go up and be like, no, we want go up in value so they can make sure that they get their thing. And then of course, along with
what
there will be En Vogue.
Hold on to your love, man. What? Don't get me going, man.
Are you trying to sing right now? You trying to sing the song right now?
I'm gonna holler at somebody. They gonna pull me up on the stage. If I gotta act a fool on TikTok, Twitter, whatever it is, and I'm gonna just stone cold. I love y'all, whatever it may be. They gonna get Coach Tony up in there.
Well, we're missing somebody, so this is the original group. Do you see who we're missing right there in the middle, right there? That would be Miss Snacks. It's Dawn. So there's Terry on the end. She hasn't left. She never left. Cindy never left.
Right.
Maxine left for a bit, but now she's back, and so it would be wonderful if everyone could just watch whatever it is, and everybody make money and go on tour.
And you know, Val, they were the quintessential group at the time that soul food was. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Yes. And you know, En Vogue and Salt-N-Pepa, they got one of the biggest hits. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
What a mighty good man. Hey, you don't make me pull that album out because I would do
it. Yeah, so when they announced it I think they announced it on yesterday that they're going to be coming together and doing this tour. So I thought of New Edition, Boyz II Men, and Tony Braxton. Man, but this is all girl power right here. So yeah.
Can you imagine what you just said? That is a Vegas show. So can you imagine TLC with Salt-N-Pepa and En Vogue with New Edition, Tony Braxton, and Boyz II Men?
Ain't nobody going home. That's a 5-hour concert right there.
You lost your mind. They said no. They said New Edition dropping for 3.5 in Nashville, girl. So that's gonna be at least 6-7 hours.
Whoa.
Hey, better bag up. New Edition balled out.
New Edition was on stage in Nashville with their tour for 3 hours.
3.5. They said they started. You know, black people don't start nothing on time. And they said New Edition. New Edition started on time, 8 o'clock, 8:05. They walked off the stage. It was after 11 o'clock at night, 11:30. They rocked it straight through. Didn't take a brisette.
So here's a question: Was Boyz II Men and Tony Braxton on?
Yes.
3 hours. Okay.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. But God's saying that what they did is, again, the core is the New Edition. So they came out with the New Edition. They rocked them to like the early 90s, saying. Then they went on stage. Being Tony was the only female. They threw her in between, brought then Boyz II Men on, rocked some Philly sounds, came back to like Ralph Tresvant. Then they went back to Boyz II Men, back to Tony. Then they came back to BBD. Then they went back again. Then they came back to Bobby. So New Edition, that was 5 bands. Then they had Johnny. They said, and then my boy said that when they got to Nashville, that was the first time of the entire tour, all 6 was there. All six was there in Nashville because Nashville got to go.
Yeah, and you know what? I in 2014 when I saw New Edition at the Barclays Center, all 6 were there, and that was the hashtag back then, Coach. It was like all 6, because I think eventually it unfortunately it ends up being Bobby who kind of just like, look, I'm not doing all those dance moves. So he'll
But
step to the side or something like that. But I
Bobby
heard, if this is correct, he was on stage
killed it.
in Nashville.
In Nashville, killed it. And they said my boy said they took it in mission, the DJ came on for a minute. When they came back, they let Bobby came out with his own self humping around before he did My Prerogative, and the crowd lost their mind. Say the crowd was louder for Bobby than it was anybody else. So again, it goes back to what I just said to you a while back. The old school bands are saving music right now. Say what you want, say how you want it. The new school artists, the new school hip hop are biting the lyrics. They are using the samples. They're going back in time, and I'm glad they are, because it's bringing all these old school hip hop artists out. Even on the hip hop side with Juvenile and Master P and Baby and Big Time of them and Scarface and all of these guys, they're coming back. And I'm glad, because to me and you, that's when music was music. I love that. Don't get me wrong, but that's when music was music. Period.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a great tour. You know, we also I'm going to make sure I mention Monica and Brandy. They did a great job with their tour as well.
Said, true collaboration, and everybody shined. That's all I heard.
Yeah, and here's the great thing about this is that me and you are constantly learning that the artists that we've loved, that we have supported with our hard-earned dollars, even later in life, they are not, either they didn't own their masters, or in order for them to make money, they have to tour like these young ladies are going to be doing and performing. And I'm just thinking to myself, so you're not making a royalty off of this song that was recorded back in the 90s when I bought it on wax?
And
really?
we're already did you, so to throw you one, did you ever hear about the story? Because you and I were jamming out, for those that don't know, before we came on, jamming out to Nas. Did you ever hear about the story of Nas and Prince?
No. And in fact, I think I did, but refresh my memory and refresh our audience's memory about that.
As a young artist, Nas ended up in concert. He talks about it on his documentary. He ended up in concert with Prince and was going to perform. And he was a young artist at the time. And he said this what told him and taught him moving forward what he's not need to do, but what he's going to do. And he said right as he walked out on stage and got ready to walk out, Prince caught him in the back. And he back in the back spitting right now, you know, trying to get his lyrics and stuff together. And Prince asked him one simple question. Hey, young fella, do you own your masters? You know how Prince be talking. So, and Nas looked around and said, no, I don't. And before Nas went out, he says, young brother, you can't perform tonight. And Prince would not allow Nas, of all people, with the Illmatic album, to go out and perform. And Nas said it was the most embarrassing, the most learning journey he had ever had in music, period. And after that, he went to get his masters.
Yeah. And I do remember hearing that story. And like I said, you are empowered. You are empowered when you have and you own your masters. I want to mention this real quickly. We talked about Quincy Jones and his passing, I think back in 2024. Now the estate of Quincy Jones has sold a piece of his catalog. And I think I got a couple of people were reporting on it. I think Essence magazine was reporting on that as well. And I was just kind of thinking, but why did Quincy Jones's catalog is vast. It goes from the 50s to 2000.
Oh yeah. Just even you told me with the people he just put his hands on.
Exactly. So I don't know. Here's the thing. Now I heard that Quincy Jones, the catalog was purchased. Let's see, catalog. Let me bring this a catalog sale. Yes, it was purchased this month by Harbor View Equity Partners. Never heard of them before, but the young lady that runs it, she's a Black woman.
Oh wow.
And they said, let me make sure I get this. The deal includes his producer royalties with Michael Jackson's Thriller, Bad, Off the Wall, along with the rights to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Soul Bossa Nova. Remember that song that was sampled with dun 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 dun. It was what's the name of that guy? It was I can't think of the guy's name. The gentleman who Shag Me Baby. He did the movie with Beyonce, and he was like he was English. I can't think of the name of the movie right now.
I know exactly.
But you know exactly who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, because I'm sitting up here blanking out on his Mike Myers. The movies that Mike Myers was in, and I forgot it was one of his. It's gonna bother me that I don't know what it is, but I did not know that. Yeah, so it's sample rights to Kanye West's Good Life, which samples PYT, and Tupac's How Do You Want It, which samples Body Heat.
How do you want
that?
Did you know that you didn't know Body Heat?
I didn't know that was Body Heat. And then television and film rights to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Sanford and Son, and Ironside.
I knew Sanford and Son. I didn't know the Bel-Air. I didn't know that one, but I knew Sanford and Son. But I figured it'd be Bel-Air because I knew Will and Quincy had some dealings.
Mm-hmm. Austin Powers. Thank you. Mike Myers was in this movie, and so that song, that they use it, that's Quincy Jones. I didn't know that. That was recorded in like the 60s. Oh my gosh. And Sheila says, true collaboration, allowing everyone to shine, talking about all of the folks that's going to be performing. Now, I'm really excited. In June, there's going to be something opening up here in Chicago called...
What you said? Hey, like they say down south, what you said? What you said? Obama, for those that don't know how to pronounce his name, right? Obama.
I don't know if it's Obama. That sounds a little goofy.
That's for everybody south of the Mason-Dixon. I seen Obama one day.
So the Obama Presidential Center is going to be a museum, a library, an education project here on the south side of Chicago.
Stand up, not west side.
Yeah,
stand up. Hyde Park.
And I think they've been working on this for well over. I think they started working on this probably a year or two after Obama left office in 2017. So on Juneteenth is when the project is going to happen. Oh Lord, we have an accident here. I have two things happening right there. So there was a statue. You showed me a statue that was dedicated to Obama. I think at the center. Let me see. Let me bring it back up again. So yeah, I'm like, okay, let me bring it back up.
Oh, that statue was dope, and that was great. I went back and looked at some things after you and I talked. And for those that don't know, Val was saying that the lines just for employment was wrapped around the block. And I was reading that today. And we just that's something the voted some ain't gonna be able to get to. You ain't gonna be able to come up in the side and rename that. I'm gonna tell you right now, you bring your boys up in the side, we're gonna run you out. Southside, we ain't doing all that. You're not going to be able to come up in the Obama spot and rename it the Trump Obama spot. We ain't doing that like the Kennedy did. I'm telling you right now, the brothers ain't having that. Now,
we're still alive. We're still alive. Yeah, we're still alive. Now, here is the hiccup that I was reading about. Now, you know exactly. This is 60th and Stony Island, so you know exactly where it is. Not quite Hyde Park. It's kind of Woodland. Yep. And just not too far away from Hyde Park High School, and the YMCA is in that area. So,
and the AKA's national headquarters as well
is on the Stony Island. That's further down toward 56, 57th Street. But unfortunately, this gentrification is starting to happen with people are offering folks $2,000 and $3,000 to move out of the apartment areas that are near where this Barack Center is going to be. And I'm thinking, are we going to do the same thing that was done in Brooklyn when they built the Barclays Center and was offering people almost millions of dollars for their brownstones and places so they could build these high rises so people could come and be near the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Now, I saw that happen before my eyes when I think the Barclays Center opened in like 04 or 05 or something like that. Yeah.
I remember you used to talk about that all the time. And that was a huge monument, basically, or a huge thing for Brooklyn at that time when it did it. And to me, Val, that even kind of split New York because Jay-Z was on it hard, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they're saying that they're on the South Shore. They said that, oh, good Lord. They're fearing of the gentrification that's going to cause displacement and drive up a lot of the rents, citing a 60% rent hike in some areas. And then there's a lot of investors that are coming in and buying up areas to jack up the price. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go back. Those that talking to me and Val gotta get personal because some of y'all won't know what we're about to talk about. But go back to the brownstones in Bronzeville, right? So you remember you and I talked right about 2018, 2019, way before I even did the podcast, right? When we started doing it. And I was telling you, they were selling buildings in Bronzeville for $1,000 a building. And some investors was buying up like blocks, you know, and that's crazy. So you imagine after the tear down of Jeff Fort and El Rookin situation, after the tear down of the neighborhoods was going bad, and these buildings were left for decades with nothing. They never even demolished them. And as a developer, I can buy a block, which maybe 10 brownstones will sit on one block, give or take, something like that. So I can spend 10 to 20 grand and buy a block up, tear them down and rebuild what I want and push out maybe $1 to $2 million per and flip 20 grand into 20 million. Oh my God. And when Obama, you told me that they bought this and they turned this into a campus. And then I read about it. Did you read about it? It's going to be a full NBA type of court. It's going to be pavilion. It's going to be a work site. It's going to be a music event, a library, and a museum. Come on, Obama. What you doing to me, brother?
And of course, I
will call Tiger to put like a 9-hole golf course. It don't have to be a full golf course, but right there on the property, if he built a 9-hole or even a par 3 golf course just to have some fun, because you know Obama plays basketball and golf. That'll be dope.
Right. Yeah. And so they're going to have a lot of things, like there's going to be a library on the campus. And you mentioned the basketball, professional basketball, and I'm just thinking of all of these things. And we mentioned this earlier, that when people were applying to work there, they broke the internet. Their websites shut down and stuff like that. So, so visit the campus starting June 19th, and they're asking people to become founding members for as little as $75 a year.
Wow, I'm gonna jump on that. You know, and I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna throw one out at you. Tell me what you think about this, because again, people won't know what we're talking about. I'm gonna bet, and I'm gonna put out on a string. 2 things are gonna happen. 1, Chance the Rapper will be the opening act to open this up. I just know he will. And 2, I think the chosen few will move the foundation of the Chicago iconic house party over up the street from Jackson Park to the Obama situation. In that park right there, I guarantee you it's a matter of time, because I think that people don't understand we love Obama just that much in the city, and I think that they'll do that for him.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be exciting to see how this comes about. And like I said, this is the website, obama.org. I was just checking it out, and here's the thing, because there is absolutely no love for what's happening with current administration. So if there's like a overexpression of love for this particular former president, just it is what it is. To me, it's justified. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's justified.
And if you want to do something, Obama don't mind. He probably, he got an event center. They can set up a boxing match. We're on the South Side. We ain't worried about ice, so good.
Well, yeah, exactly. Good gracious. It's and if you guys are traveling out here, just be careful.
Be careful.
It's spring break time, and we just talked about Obama, and we are approaching, or we are in March Madness. Did you know that on Obama's Twitter account, he posted his picks for the 2026 NCAA women's tournament and the 2026 NCAA men's tournament?
Yeah, I hollered at him. I had to get at him too. I actually sent him a message too. I was like, man, honorary cap.
What did you say to the former president of the United States?
I just told him I like his picks, but they're going to be wrong, unfortunately. I love
my gosh, you did not say that.
Hey, man, it is what it is. You're new. Hey, listen, yo. Listen, I love the Arizona pick he had. I did like Arizona. I did 2 pools, but I just don't think they get by Michigan, not on my pool. And by the way, for promotional purposes only, your boy on my ESPN bracket. Guess what my percentage ranking is right now, Val?
80%?
Try 99.2. Your boy killing. Yes,
really?
Entire Elite 8-6 Sweet 16 is all intact, and I'm gonna give it to you. Now, I like Obama's thing. I do love the Illinois because he had to come favorite. I like the line now, not just because we're in the Chi, but I think Illinois is going to pull off some big things. We got Houston and all that coming up, and whatnot. I like Arizona. I love Michigan. And for those that know me, y'all know I'm Big Ten heavy. So what I did in this bracket this year, like football, I told you about Indiana. But like football, same thing in basketball. I keep telling everybody, for promotional purposes, Val, the Big Ten is going to get a double-double. Football, basketball for the national championship. And I really liked the Big Ten heavy. We put 8 in the tournament. We still got 6 there. And all 6 is in the Sweet 16. That's dangerous for everybody else because they give us almost a 2-for-1. And Michigan is playing great. We talked about Coach Dusty May. So I like Obama's pick, on that. And now for the men, now I like you, Obama, but Michigan gonna get them Wildcats. I like them. They're gonna get them Wildcats.
Michigan is gonna dominate and gonna go all the way to the finals.
Yeah,
that's your prediction.
I'm telling Coach Dusty, he's on a mission right now. God has blessed his brother. God has put his hand on the, and I ain't even know Michigan support. I'm a Illini all the way. I love my Illini, but the Wolverines right now is playing at a rate that I love what I'm seeing with Arizona, but they've had some slippage, and and Duke has had some slippage, and Duke's been playing great again, and I think the Duke is vulnerable. They can get knocked off, and I got the Final Four on this side is Arizona playing Michigan and Duke playing a wonderful Illini. And I just think that, Houston, Duke gets by them, but I think Michigan wins it all on the men's side of the house.
Yeah, so let me take a look here. I got a bracket up here that I'm gonna bring here. So all right, so this is women.
So the women. Yeah, what did I didn't look at his women. Well, who did he have for the women? The UConn?
Okay, well, let me go back. I think he had. Okay, go back. Okay, he has UConn in the Final Four and UCLA in the Final Four.
Yeah, but who does he have winning it all?
He has UConn winning it all.
Obama, I love you again, Prezi. I'm gonna be I swear, I'm gonna come to the ribbon cutting. I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna kick it at the event center. I'm gonna bring some folks from the South. I'm gonna bring all my people from the Wild Hunters. We're gonna show up. But I think UCLA gonna upset them. I love Coach Auriemma. I love Azzy Fudd. And Azzy, I sent you a message and I told you to jump on your board and pull a podcast show because I love your new podcast. Fudd around and find out. Val, what a name. Fudd around and find out. So I love it.
So he has it for the women's side. He has SC versus UConn, and he has UCLA versus Texas.
Ooh, I don't have either one. I got him. I love the Texas situation, and I got UCLA winning on the west side, and I got UConn on the east side, and I got a UConn UCLA matchup in the finals with UCLA upsetting UConn and winning it all for the women.
All right, so this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is for promotional purposes only. And then, this is Kevin. What do you think?
I love Flau'jae. I think they're killing right now. Flau'jae is killing, but she's gonna be sent to rap heaven. You know, they not gonna.
What do you mean rap heaven? What does that mean?
She is a spitter. She can rap. And they doing their thing right now. And they've been winning. They're the only team in the tournament right now, Val. They're averaging 100 points a game. They kill it. But I think, again, they haven't ran into their buzzsaw. I think this weekend, Kev, they run into their buzzsaw because now, unlike the men who kind of have some, undercards that sneak in, the last 10 years, they said the women's final is usually pretty true. It's like going to the Kentucky Derby, Val. You go to the Derby, you want a long shot, but the majority of the time it's the favorite or close to the favorite that gets there. And in the women's game, it's going to be very difficult, Kev, to get past either UCLA or UConn this year. And the LSU is on the side of the house. And if they got to meet back up with Dawn know that she just got a foot put in her butt. So she going to be ready to get at him. And Dawn ain't playing. And Dawn ain't playing with South Carolina. So I don't think LSU makes it to the final this year, Kev. I love you, brother, but I don't think they make it.
You don't think they're going to make it? Okay. Well, I mean, you know what? It just depends on who's showing up, trying to show up and show out, who's going to be possibly making their way into the WNBA as well as the NBA. So, like, who are some of the top contender players that are in their senior year and they're looking to?
There's basketball. So if you're in your senior year, you're probably not getting looked at. Unfortunately, this is how it goes. It's in reverse. So it's the freshmen, and Patterson, the freshman out of Kansas, probably looking at be the number one and number two, and out of Bayou, Odebaye, AJ from BYU, those guys are probably going to be the number one, number two draft pick. But I'm going to throw a big name out there, Wagler, my kid from Illinois, Illinois. If you haven't been watching him, this kid is a beast, a freshman, and I think he goes top 10. He was listed top 15, but I think he goes top 10. For the women side of the house, I think Azzy Fudd from UConn is either number one or number two. I don't think anybody overtops her. And I think Lauren Betts from UCLA probably goes number two. Kiki Reese is probably top three. Flau'jae is in there, top five. So I think, depending on who wins, that's what we're going to be looking at. And then my girl from Texas, she's a killer. So I think you're looking at that. In the women's tournament, and by the way, for those that don't know, I will be out in Arizona. I will be out in AZ next weekend for that Final Four, so I'll be able to give you an in-depth report on what's going on the ground. And I think that you will see 3 number one seeds for the women that make it to the Final Four. That's real talk.
So where are we? Who are we? Are we down to the Sweet 16? Are we down to the 8? Where are we at? Where we at?
Fill 32 for the women. They'll be the 16 this week. The men's down to the Sweet 16, and they start Thursday.
Okay. Yeah. So, because I feel like the education just needs to continue to happen for.
And by the way,
that, doing their thing.
don't let me get out because I don't want to get kicked out of Nashville. Man, Coach got Vandy rolling, and I got my Vandy girls as one of my Final Four. So for those that for need some promotional purpose for some dollars, take Vanderbilt women. Vanderbilt, Coach Ashley, I'm talking about you guys. I'm talking about you right now. Take Vanderbilt women, sneak them into the Final Four. They will be one of the Final Four teams. If all goes well for me, Val, I got Vanderbilt coming in. I got UConn there. I've got Texas there. South Carolina there. And I've got UCLA. I love Vanderbilt's chance because they are balling and coaches got them, and for those that don't know, Coach Ralph used to be on the bench with Coach Gino Ariamo at UConn. So wouldn't it be a great, what was that, Dorothy with the slipper from Kansas, right? She clicked the heels and got back to Kansas. Wouldn't that be amazing for Coach Ralph to get in the final as a 4 seed, to play UConn as a number 1 seed, and that would be coach and mentor, or the mentor and mentee? Wow, that would be dope. Now, that would be for pay-per-view. I would love to see that. I would give up my picks to see Vandy and UConn in the final. That would be great.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, because I think that would be cool. And like I said, it is for folks. This is for promotional purposes only, because we want to make sure. Don't put your money down. Be careful. I know everybody like to go out and just whatever, but just be careful. You sent me a video that I am trying to bring up regarding a coach. What is the coach's name? You sent it to me on texting.
That's a great question. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm looking. Maryland head coach Brenda.
Oh, Brenda Frese. Yes. I was talking about that, and we were talking about that. Coach Brenda Frese, she's at Maryland, and this past weekend it went viral that she was talking.
Viral?
She was talking to one of her players, and I hope you can pull it up and play it. She was talking to one of her players from Maryland University. They was in the tournament this weekend, and she didn't think the player, I think it was Ojiwiba, I can't pronounce her name. She's African, but she didn't think she was playing up to her potential. And she was in her face like white on rice. And everybody went viral talking about it was too aggressive from the coach, and she didn't need to do that, and don't nobody get player, And the player came and defended her, Val, and it was like, I love to be coached hard. I was playing, but I wasn't playing to my potential until coach said that. So I made a comment on LinkedIn today and a comment on the gram today that, this is the problem. We get away, and we've gotten away from the Bobby Knight, right? When back in the day, people said, oh, man, you can't Bobby Knight a kid. You know why they said that, Val? Because Bobby going to cuss you out. He going to put his finger on your face. He going to cuss you out. But all of Bobby's people, they're professionals. And right there, that's coach. And people took that as being a little disrespectful and this and that. And she woke up and she killed and got them moving on to the next round. So they were talking about that. And I thought that was great because some kids, Val, love to be coached hard and some can't. And listen to it.
Never looked back. And sometimes that's where you got to, know your players and the relationships that you have. And but like, again, you can't have those conversations if you don't have a relationship with them. It's always been, a pulse that I've been able to have with individuals and players.
She
and
is in her face.
Have to have those tough conversations. You can't have them without a relationship. You've got to be able to have that. The best of the best, the elite of the elite want to be coached hard. And at that moment, I kind of had watched Lucci struggle, for within this tournament, and she's just too gifted. So, I kind of wanted to implore just how much belief I had in her, and just kind of challenge her. I know what a winner and competitor she is, and just challenge her. Do you want the moment? And I knew it was like give it a minute, get her back in, and you saw she went out, she got a bucket, she got a steal, and never looked back. And sometimes that's where you've got to know your players and the relationships that you have. And but like, again, you can't have those conversations if you don't have a relationship.
I 100% agree. And it goes
Oh,
back to the conversation I had with Kyle when Coach Upton was here 2 weeks. And as he told you, I was hard on him. I'm going to get up in your face. Plus, I can still play the game. I don't mind tying them up one-on-one. And, hey, whether I lose or not, at my age, I'm still going to get up there, but I'm going to foul the shit out of you. You ain't going to the hole. I'm going to make sure you get felt. And like she said, Val, if I don't have a relationship with Val, then I can't tell her how to do certain things. But if I do, Val respects my opinion, right? And these kids nowadays, this NIL money on, too many of them have been talking about how soft they are and how they've been given everything. This is what's going all the way up the ladder with I'm talking about it next week with Kevin Durant and the LeBron James situation with Michael Jordan. It just comes down to it, and Coach Sheila understands this. You got to know your players, and if you're able to talk to your players, some players, Val, they shelter, they'll sink into themselves when you don't get on them. The good players, as Coach has said, you know how to bring them out of their shells when you can get on them. And think about back when you said you love watching the beloved Bulls. Who did they say they hated playing with? Michael Jordan. Why? Because Michael don't fight in the locker room. Michael may bust you in the chin, and you was his teammate. He fought a lot of them, ass Horace Grant and Steve Kerr, right? But Michael was a competitor. And what was the result? We won the second most rings outside the Boston Celtics. So again, when you got those type of players, and we're talking college, Val, and she's like, hey, do you want to go to the NBA, to the WNBA? You ain't playing like it. And if you got these coaches in the stand tonight, and another thing, Val, when you're in the not Sweet 16, but March Madness, it is win or what? Take your butt.
Go home. You got to go home.
I don't have time for your feelings. If you here want to whine and cry, man, give me my scholarship back, go home, transfer. You're going to do that anyway. So for right now, I'm going to get on you, and the good players show up in the moment. That's what you want.
Yeah. So like I said, we'll see. And here's the thing, as a coach, you know what are the techniques that work with athletes, and then the ones that, or the way that you do can backfire. Because a lot of times riding someone too hard, it can end up backfiring. So
that's because you got to know who you can get on, who you can ride, and who you can't, Val, right? Just like you in the podcast world, right? You sometimes got to be truthful to the people that you're training for this and say, I know you want to pay me the money, but you're not podcast material. I love you. I'll take your money. For sure, I'll take your money. And I to do what I can do. But then you got some of the people you say, well, damn, I'm undervaluing myself because this person's already podcast material. This person's podcast ready. I just need to polish up a few things. That's the same thing with an athlete. You can walk in the gym, and I tell kids all the time, I can sit on the sideline and watch a kid walk in on the floor, get ready to warm up, and get ready to shoot around, and how they do things, Val. And when the game started, I can watch 2 plays and walk out that gym and tell you whether that kid can play at the next level or not, because I've been doing it for so long. And that's what Coach meant by when she said, I know what she can produce, and I didn't think she was producing it, so I got in her face. And me and her had a coach-to-player conversation. And the good players, they want that and they respect that, because they would rather talk about Val if Val was a phony coach. But if Val real with him, I'm real with Val. You know what I mean?
Right. So, yeah. So now the men's championship is going to be where?
Naptown, baby. Down the street from you. It's going to be in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
And the men are going to Indianapolis. So they'll be going to Indianapolis next weekend. The women are going out in the desert.
Oh, so they'll be there they'll be in Arizona. So if I'm looking at this correctly,
burn it up, because it's about 106 degrees right now, they said.
Already?
Yes.
It's not even April. What do you mean by that?
They cooking eggs on the sidewalk the other day. They was making omelets.
They are not making omelet. You doing too much. You doing too much.
Peppers, mushrooms. Give me one of them sidewalk omelets. I heard.
Oh my gosh! Yes, yeah, so I'm looking at this. So it's going to be April 6th. for
April
the final
6th,
four.
championship. Yes.
Yeah, for the women. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm glad
And
you getting into it, Val. This is this is what I love about people. Y'all don't understand. The last few years I've been pulling Val over top of the boat. She had her own roar, and y'all don't understand. She called me talking about the game. Coach, I was just watching the game one day. Did you see that old crazy foul? I'm like, huh? Val called me, talk about some fouls. I'm like, okay, good. She's watching the game. And you guys, make sure you continue to watch me on the Pull Up Show on Monday, on the Pull Up Podcast Show, so you can get all this information.
And of course, we're excited about who is going to be coming to the Pull Up Podcast Show. And let me see if I can get this up here. Coming up next week, and a friend to the show, it's Special Jennings.
Special, man, she better be watching. Got the picture looking good. She done won the championship. I'm about to bring her back down to earth, though. Don't think she's going to sit on me. We're going to be talking. But hey, listen, if you want to understand, because what we just talked about with that coach, I will have the physical coach on that sideline. So next week, we're going to ask her about it, Val. We're going to get a coach who's got NCAA experience and all that championship pedigree. We're going to ask her about that with her players and what motivates them and all that. So please, next Monday, do not wait for me to get on the show. Y'all better be up in the studio already, 8 p.m. Central on the Pull Up Podcast Show. My girl, Coach Special Jennings from Jacksonville University down in Florida. We're going to be talking nothing but ball.
And we had her, I think it was your third season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was your third season. So I'm thinking that's really cool. So I'm like really grateful that you're gonna get a chance.
I got them coming back. That means, hey, that's good.
That means that you're liked. That means that you're liked. So I say go ahead and make sure that you get that going on and everything. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. But of course, this was fun. And like I said, I'm looking forward. Now you made a good point earlier. You said that the old school folks are saving music. Yeah. And they're doing their things. They're going on tour and they're saving music. Well, they're educating the young people. I think that's what's happening. They're educating the young people.
So
go ahead.
I was just saying, I think so. And that plays right into what you're talking about, how DJ saved your life. DJ saved your life with music during the pandemic, just like these old school bands are saving music right now.
I know. Get your copy by myself, Val the Voice Johnson, at purelighthouse.media.com/shop. You can scan the QR code or go to the website. And then, of course, it is Patreon. Oh, my gosh. You can join this community for free and see me in the purple robe. I know, Coach. Yeah, for free. Now, I know Coach prefers crimson, but I'm purple.
We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Hey.
That's gonna be fine. I like my purple robe. And then of course, check out Coach Tony on IG. You can go ahead and scan the QR code, and I think you're up to 150 followers now. This is pretty
a little more. I'm keep pushing, man. Y'all, hey man, keep loving your boy. Message has been great. I've been getting some real good messages and stuff like that. And by the way, before I get off the Val, I do want to apologize for one thing. I want to send out a quick apology to the Nashville market. We're going to be canceling the Big Baller Brand showcase this Saturday. Scheduling situation because of the gym and some things. But don't worry, we're not getting rid of it. We're just moving it back to a later date. So please keep in touch with me, because we will be putting it on, but it'll be a later date.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what will happen with that, Coach. I was telling people about it, and I'm like, okay, so we want to make sure that you get a chance, and you'll do this again, and then we will see what happens with that. So that's gonna be fine. I'm excited about it all, and of course, I was looking for this one. Yeah, there we go to officially wrap it up.
Man, See,
So
you didn't want
next,
to wrap it up either. You know, when it's going good, it's just keep it going.
so on behalf of myself and Coach Tony, we'll be back on next week. We're excited about doing some major things. So you got your fingers up. You ready?
Man,
It's time to piece it out. Peace.